a 5-star shout out.
I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in you can't make a you know what I'm talking about.
All right. Welcome. Good morning to everybody out there. This beautiful Saturday morning. Y'all know what it is, man. Listen, this is WrestleMania week too. So you know me. I gotta hurry up do this to get up out of here so I get to WrestleMania. But I'm here with my co-host, the Chocolate Girl. What's going on, Chocolate Girl?
What's going on? I'm good. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Okay, happy Saturday to you. Well, you know how we do each and every week. We start off, we ask the question. We're going to ask it to you. How was your week? And everybody that's in the comments, how was your week?
Busy and great. The weather's been nice. We did have some storms earlier in the week, but they didn't turn out to be as bad as we thought. So,
yeah, we had some. And we had some rainy days. It was about 3 straight. Then Friday, we had an earthquake, 4.8 earthquake.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, 4.8 earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I felt the shake, and I just looked around, and that was about it. Other people around, mind you, I work in a school. Managers done left the building. Just left us in there stranded. Ain't say nothing. It's terrible. Terrible place, man. You really see who people are when stuff happens. You know that? Really see who people are. Luckily it was a 4.8. Now from now, you know what I told my man? I said from now on, every time we have a fire drill, I'm going across the street. Just in case it blow up. I don't want to hear no, you should have been. No, I'm going to be safe. Because you left us. That's what you did. You left us. You ain't care about none of us. Don't worry about why I'm across the street.
They felt the earthquake on First Take.
Oh yeah?
They showed Molly sitting there like, and she grabs hold of the desk. You can see the camera shaking a little bit.
Wow. Man, that's
they felt it up that way.
I barely watched First Take too. That's crazy.
Oh, I still watch it.
And we're supposed to have a solar eclipse on Monday.
Yeah. Man. I always watch it. I shouldn't say always, but I usually try to watch it. You just can't look straight at it. You got to be careful. Mess your eye up.
I've never really been one to say I wanted to see a solar eclipse. Just not my thing.
I've always been interested in what's up in this space and stars and what's up there. And not to go. I ain't trying to go. But watching, the phenomena, yeah, I like that type of stuff. And I used to be obsessed with watching the space shuttles take off and stuff, the rockets and I love that. I used to love that. It used to be a big deal when we were kids.
Yeah,
they always televise it. And we would literally be in school. You know how they had a big TV? They roll the TV in your room, in your classroom.
Roll the TV in the room, plug it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we would actually watch the takeoff in our classroom.
That's cool.
Big deal.
Yeah, I actually want my TV to be on a roller now. I want to roll my TV around. I do. As at first I was going to put it on the wall, but then I was like, what if I change my room around? I'm like, if I change the room around, I might as well get it to where it's like I can mold around just like the teachers used to back in the day. Roll around, plug it up. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not with mounting my TV. No. I always had like a big something that sits up a little high for my TV to sit on. And that way I don't have to mount it, but it's up high where you can just look up at it. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about it being attached to the wall though. Because I don't know. I'm not a permanency person. I'm like you. I like to move stuff around. And I like the freedom to do that without having to worry about patching up a wall because I'm taking the mountain down.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's hard to. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's hard. There's guys out there, the professionals, they'll mount stuff up for you in 45 minutes. I got a brother. He'll mount a TV up in 45 minutes. TV, PlayStation, everything back there be mounted in 45 minutes.
Nah, I'm good.
Man,
just give me a nice cabinet and I'll just put it on top of the cabinet. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I don't have no cabinet. I don't even have no dressers. I have shelves. That's what I got. All my stuff is on shelves. I don't feel like I used to have them old school dressers, the ones that was real heavy. Like you really had to get two people to carry it. It wasn't know that it was gonna break easy. Like even if it fell down the steps, it was still gonna be together. That type of heavy thing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if it rained sometimes, it was hard to open your drawer. Those type of dressers. And I was tired of that. So I got shelved.
No comment. I talked to you and Doug about this about 2 years ago on Stay Tuned. Y'all crazy. You need a doggone dresser. I just don't understand it.
I don't think need it.
But that's all right.
Got some shelves.
Y'all do you with shelves and what did he say? He said he has bins. I was like, what?
Yeah, for your underwear.
He has bins in his closet.
Those storage bins?
Yeah, he has storage bins in the closet.
Underwear and stuff in there. And then you got your closet.
Dig through all that stuff just to get to something because you don't have a drawer that you can pull out. I don't need that. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
What you digging through? You got underwear in there. You just picking out real underwear.
Okay.
I don't know what he got in his. I'm sorry. Mine's got underwear in one bin. The other bin has white beaters, and then there's another bin of t-shirts. Just plain white or black t-shirts. That's it. The rest of the stuff that got designs like the Stay Tuned shirt, that'll be on the shelf.
Okay, moving on.
All right. Woo. So we're here. Let's get to we're here to help some people, as usual, because we would like people to be happy. So let's get to these letters, shall we?
Yeah, I got one. Want me to go first?
Yes.
All right. Dear Side Jawn, I've been with my husband 13 years. When we got married, we didn't have much, and we built a mini empire together. We have 4 children, 2 in high school. A few years ago, I noticed a change in him. He started to be more quiet. He started working more. He stopped going to church. He stopped spending a lot of time with our kids. We stopped going out that much. Finally, I decided to ask him what is going on. He told me nothing is wrong. He's just tired. After a while, his changes became more prominent. Then suddenly he left his high-paying corporate job and decided to open a barbershop. No, he does not cut hair, but that's what he decided to do. After a while, he started putting in a lot of hours at the shop. Our intimacy was shot. We began to argue a lot because he was never home and I was left to manage 4 kids and a household all by myself. I suggested counseling, but he didn't feel anything was wrong. Well, Now it has been another 3 years of lack of intimacy, lack of romance, lack of time spent, no relationship, more like roommates. The kids crying because they miss their dad. I feel like our marriage is over, but I'm afraid to leave. I don't want to be alone. I don't want the financial setback a divorce creates. Plus, I came from divorced parents. I did not want that for my kids. He doesn't seem to care one way or the other. I am miserable, but scared. What should I do?
I think you need to go to counseling, is what I'm going to say. You need to
He
go to
doesn't want to
marriage
go.
counseling.
He doesn't want to go. That's what he said. You don't need
to
nothing to go with.
I'm just saying, you're going to have to force it. Because other than that, you're going to end up leaving. And if you're miserable, it's not going to help at all. It ain't going to help nobody. And he might be mentally out of it, like all the way done with the marriage. Why he leave his high-paying job? I don't know. Why the intimacy and everything died? I don't know. Maybe it's sometimes you need a spark. Sometimes you need a spark in your relationship. You're going to need to communicate. You're going to need to talk about it. But I just don't understand all of that together.
It's just a lot left out of this letter. It's
right,
so many holes in it.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to end up divorcing anyway.
You think so?
Yeah, they're going to end up divorcing. And he's going to be cool with it because he got a barbershop.
See,
that he don't cut hair.
No, he doesn't. It said he doesn't cut hair, but he had a fit to open his barbershop. That is, that doesn't usually happen. I've just never seen a man open a barbershop and he doesn't do any hair cutting.
I've seen it.
Except for in a movie. That's it.
No, I've seen it, but that wasn't the only thing that he owned. Like, he owned the whole building. So the barbershop was downstairs. Upstairs, he was renting out 2 apartments.
Yeah, that's different. But this guy.
And he had a hair salon, and then he owned the building next door too, which was a hair salon, and it was 2 more apartments up top there. So
this seemed like a one-off. And I don't know, that's just weird to me. You getting paid all this. I don't know. Maybe he just checked out. Maybe the job was too much pressure. I don't know. It almost sounds like to me he's having a lightweight nervous breakdown almost.
Midlife crisis?
No, not quite. Not quite the midlife, but just a nervous breakdown. Like the corporate job was too much, so he left it. He got a barbershop and put all his time away in there, so he's away from the household because the household is too much pressure. It just seemed like he's overwhelmed by something, but then he's not talking about it, and he doesn't want to go to counseling. Yeah. To me, it seems like from her perspective, if he doesn't feel like something needs to happen to save the marriage, then what am I staying for?
So I said it's over. So either you're gonna have to force it or it's over.
But she does have a point about that financial. When people get divorced, as you know, that financial, it can go one way or the other. It depends on how amicable the divorce is and what your station in life is. Okay, so speaking about divorce, okay, let's talk about it for a second. I know a couple who got a divorce. Their marriage ended poorly. And when they got a divorce, he ruined her. I mean, ruined her. He did all kind of stuff that affected her credit for years. For years, just because of the divorce. She couldn't buy a house. She couldn't do a whole lot of things for years because of the divorce and the things it put on her credit report. And like, he ran up all these bills and didn't pay them, but she was his wife, so they became her responsibility.
Wow.
Then he left and decided he wasn't going to pay him. So she had to be responsible for all that debt by herself. So she paying his debt, her debt, and raising 3 children on her own.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I mean, she was miserable for a long time. I feel so bad for her. Then you got another couple. They got a divorce, and it was amicable. So much so that the guy, my friend was the guy, his wife kept the house and he moved into an apartment about 3 blocks down the road. That's so cool. They can co-parent easily. Yeah. And then every now and then he would just spend the night at the house because he was there taking care of the house anyway. He was still taking care of the house, still cutting the grass, still doing whatever. Like he still was married to her, but they weren't married. He never tried to hurt her. Never tried to, she never tried to keep the kids from him because they had 2 little boys. None of that foolishness. So that was amicable. That was a good one. So you don't know in a divorce, you don't know how it's going to affect you. And then you got people who you think they're amicable. They get an attorney, then all of a sudden, next time they come to court, they're ready to stick it to you because this attorney done got in their ear about how much you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a risk.
It is a risk, but is the risk more that way or is the risk more the other way of you living in a house? And I'm not even going to say with a roommate because at least with a roommate, you and a roommate will talk from time to time. I would just say that you just living in a house with somebody that don't love you and you love them. That's a sad feeling. That is a sad feeling for you to be living in a house with somebody that don't love you and you love them. They don't feel the same way about you that you feel about them.
I've never experienced that. I hope I never do.
That's a sad feeling.
Right. That has to be a bad, sad feeling. Has to be.
Sad.
I don't know. I guess if she was my friend, I would just tell her, look, get your paper up. Get your paper up. Come up with something. Put it in the kids' names. Don't put it in your name. Put it in your mama's name. Do something with it. Put all your stuff in somebody else's name. Put it in my name. Shoot. I ain't gonna take it. Anything to keep you from having to split it later.
Right.
Because obviously, I don't know. I'm assuming that he made more money than her. That's why another reason why she's talking about the financial and she's afraid. Plus, she watched her parents go through it. And she said she didn't want that for her kids. That's a big deal, especially for Gen Xers. We were the generation that we really did not want our kids to go through what we went through. So we spoiled them. So a lot of the millennials are spoiled because us Gen Xers that had them, we spoiled them because we were trying to protect them.
Yeah. That's it's terrible.
Yeah. This is sad.
I also got a letter. Also have a letter. But y'all, you know what? Y'all spoiled them. I can understand because there's some things that y'all were just sitting there like, I was tired of not having this. And I was tired of when my parents said I couldn't get that, I couldn't get this. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to make sure that my child can get those things. But you didn't realize what you couldn't get made you stronger and wanted to go get it. That's what you didn't realize. Only thing you realized is the way you felt that you couldn't get it. Yeah. And you was hurt. That's what you see. You didn't put it all together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was one of the mamas that helped my son see you can't have everything. And to this day, he appreciates the fact that he knows how to handle things when things go awry. Some of his peers, not so much. When there's a crisis, They don't know what to do. They can't handle it. They're, oh my gosh. But my son, he pretty much is like me. In the beginning, he's like, man, he's mad. He might throw a fit. And then after he gets the fit out, he's like, okay, now what we going to do? And that's exactly how I raised them. You can't have everything. So when I said Gen X's in general, I mean our generation in general. I wasn't really talking about me because I didn't raise him like that. My parents didn't raise us like that. They gave us a lot, but they also taught us work ethic. You got to work for what you get. You got to give back. You got to help people. You know what I'm saying? They taught us values.
Right. I agree with that. You gotta value things, and you gotta appreciate stuff. A lot of people don't appreciate nothing. Like, just don't appreciate nothing. Like, there's so many people out there that really just don't appreciate nothing. It's a lot of people I've been around. I'll be like, dog, no, don't touch nothing I got. You don't appreciate shit. You go mess with your own thing.
They take it for granted. They take it for granted like it's always gonna be there.
Right. It was like, man, you be so excited that you got that. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna get you stuff all the time. Everybody ain't gonna think about you all the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Me
so
too.
You'll see me do something with it, wear it, and enjoy it to the fullest. I actually appreciate it.
Yeah, let me tell you how real. Let me tell you how real that is. You remember in 2022 when I had that tumor in my leg and I had to have that tumor removed. So I had to have surgery and have it taken out. And so I was down for a little while, a couple of weeks. One of my coworkers sent me a gift. It was a little box. Now, this was in October, right? So this was in October. She sent me a little box that had like little trinkets in it, like Halloween trinkets and trick-or-treat candy and stuff like that in this little box just to make me smile because, she knew I was at, home recovering from surgery. I appreciate that so much. That last Halloween in 2023, I got that box out and looked at them, pulled those little trinkets out, and I took a picture of it and sent it to her. And she called me and we just had a whole conversation about it again, about how much I appreciated her doing that. She didn't have to do that, but she certainly did it. And I just thought that was so thoughtful. And she's a coworker. It's not like she's my friend. You know what I'm saying? She's my coworker. She's a little more than that, but I mean, I guess she is now. But yeah, I just thought that was not, and I just was so grateful that she even thought to do that. So I don't take that type of thing for granted. Thoughtfulness means a lot to me.
But what I want to tell that lady that wrote that letter, I want to let you know, you have to be happy in this world. You can't walk around there miserable.
That's right.
It's hard in relationships to like stay together and get things right. I know it's hard. I've been in relationships. It's a hard road, and I was one of the ones who was not communicative at all when things went left. So I'm going to tell you, do what you can before you go get that divorce. Force what you got to enforce. If you got to go spend time at the barbershop with him, then go do it. Whatever it is you have to do to get your marriage back, you have to do it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to say. Now, I got another letter, another marriage. Dear Side Jawn, been married for 29 years. Husband has various health issues. I do everything in the house, including all the admin, shopping, and cooking, etc. He's just about made a cup of tea at times, but that's very rare. When our kids were babies, he didn't change not one nappy. Okay.
I guess it's a diaper. I guess it's a diaper. I don't know.
We do get it on, but like our brother and sister, we haven't had sex in about 15 years. and I sleep on the sofa every night, I've actually got used to it and prefer it. He also is very dependent on me. And when I want to see a friend, he goes ballistic, and in the end, I give up and I don't even go. The rare occasions I do go, he's texting me consistently, and if I come back 10 minutes later, then I said he goes mad. Okay.
Oh, 10
Then he
minutes
always
later than
wants to
10 minutes later than they
because they did
said they
not
were going to
say
be.
it.
Yeah.
Then he goes mad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then he always wants to know what we was talking about. And he has the stroop. He has a stroop if I don't tell.
A stroke. They spelled it wrong. A stroke.
Okay, okay. In the past few months I met someone that I knew I would be with in an instant. In fact, he wants me to move in with him. After 29 years of marriage, know this will give me happiness. However, I don't think I just want to move in with him, even though my situation at home is there. Okay.
Dire.
That's
Dire.
Dyer. I'm sorry, Dyer.
Yes.
My dumb ass. Dyer. At the end, at the back of my mind, I keep thinking out of the fire into the frying pan. Somebody help me with advice. What you think, Sharon?
I think she needs to resolve her marriage before she goes tipping around with some other dude. I mean, some other is it a dude? A woman, yeah. I think that she needs to work things out in her marriage before she goes tipping around with some other dude. You know how I am. Don't cheat. There's no need for cheating. If you're not happy, leave.
15 years. You
20,
ain't had no sex.
29.
29 years of marriage and 15 of them
And
you ain't had no
15
sex.
years, no sex. I can't imagine
Them,
that.
them, them health issues got to be. He got to
No,
have a limp
no,
wrist.
and she's sleeping on the couch and she prefers it. When
She
you when you
prefers
got
to
to
sleep on.
when
Who
you
you
got
gonna
to
prefer to sleep on the couch?
well, when you got to that line, I was like, mm-mm.
But nobody
And
prefer to
see,
sleep on no couch.
because let me tell you, Dennis, my couch over here, it is extremely comfortable to sleep on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when after work and I am just beat, but I don't want to go full on in the bed, I'll bring a couple of pillows out here and I will lay stretched out on the couch just for a little while, right? And it feels so good. I ain't trying to sleep there every night. No, it feels good for a time, but sleep on all night, every night? No, that ain't happening. No.
And I'm thinking those health issues that he got, he probably sleep with a CPAP, taking blood pressure medicine. I'm just thinking about things that stop men from actually getting up
He
all the
could
time.
he could have some ED.
It's ED, but it probably go with that blood pressure medicine. That blood pressure medicine,
Could.
comes with that ED.
It can.
So
Mm-hmm.
right, to the point that a lot of men, you have to go talk to your doctor about it. A lot of men don't want to do that, but you have to go talk to your doctor about it, and your doctor actually prescribes you something to fix
Yeah.
your ED.
To help
But
with
a
it.
lot of men won't talk about it because they don't believe that they got a problem until they girlfriend all hot and horny and they can't get up.
Well, and some of them don't want to take the drugs that will help them because they don't trust it.
But they'll rather take Viagra. That's out there
They
almost
worried
killing them.
about the side effects.
Kill. Because this is the thing that I don't understand. Like, we would rather take a drug that was from somebody else instead of getting prescribed a drug from our doctor I just don't understand. We got health insurance. Like, what you pay the health insurance for?
That's me and that's y'all.
And I've seen other people do it too, man. I'm not going to do this, but what you pay the health insurance for? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure. What are you paying the health insurance for? Get all you can get out of it.
Just something to do.
I understand there's a copay when you go. I understand there's a copay. Pay the copay.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make sure you get yourself better. You gonna have to, or your girl gonna leave you. 29 years.
29 years and 15 with
And you
no
ain't had
sex.
sex in 15? Man.
And see, let me tell you for me, unless he's got the issues that you're describing, a man is not going to go 15 years without having sex with his wife unless he's getting it from somewhere else. I'm sorry.
Or maybe paralyzed from the waist down. About it.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying. Unless he's got some physical issues like what you described,
right.
A man is not going to go 15 years without having sex with their wife unless they're getting the sex somewhere else. That's what I'm telling you. Men got to have it. We got to have it, but y'all worse than us. I'm sorry. Y'all got to have it.
Yeah.
You do. And I understand that. This is not a put down. It's just reality. That's what I'm saying. Unless he's got some ED or some medical issues that's keeping him from performing. Because see, she says husband has various health issues, but she didn't say it's keeping him from performing. She just said we ain't had sex in 15 years.
She started with the various health issues.
I know.
That's to let you know that's the performance issue.
Not necessarily, because the next line says, I do everything in the house. And so when I was listening to you, it seemed like to me she was saying that to explain why she does everything in the house, because he's got all these health issues. That's the way I took it. Because she said that off the rip, I take care of the house, I do all the admin, the shopping, the cooking. He's made me a cup of tea at times, but that's very rare. I didn't think anything about that, being related to the no sex.
I'm sorry.
I didn't make that connection.
I did. That's I'm sorry to say it like this, but that's a typical woman's letter. I'm gonna hit you with a light jab. I'm gonna show you why I hit you with the light jab, because I do everything in the house. Then I'm gonna tell you what made the jab come out. Because we ain't had sex in 15 years. Okay? Because of your health issue.
They get along like brothers and brother and sister. No sex. I'm on the sofa. Man.
And I prefer the sofa. Who prefers the sofa?
That's what I'm saying. That ain't no marriage, man.
That's what and when it get like that, Sharon, when it get like that, it's sad. And those type of people, man, I feel for them, man, because you ain't got somebody that's there for you like that and love you the way you love them. It's a sad feeling.
But the difference between this one and the first one, this woman, she doesn't strike me as somebody that's afraid to leave. The other woman was afraid to leave. She was worried about financial and all that. This one met somebody. He wants me to move in him.
She ain't meet no son. She done met a couple people.
He want me to move in with him, and I think he could be it, and blah blah blah. No, you messed up now.
Reason why she don't want to do it, because she don't want to be the one to be preferred as, oh, you left your husband of 29 years to go be with this other guy. Come to find out the other guy ain't nothing that you were supposed to be. She don't want that backlash. So that's why she wrote this letter.
Yeah, and she left him. He got health issues. You gonna leave him when he got health issues?
Leave him like that? Yeah, you left him to go with the other man.
For better or for worse.
I know somebody like that. I know somebody that left her husband. She left her husband because he had health issues, right? Left her husband because he had health issues, right? And end up getting with a younger man, right? The husband that she left, he ended up dying. The younger man she get with, guess what's up with him? He got health issues. She ain't know though. He got health issues.
That's karma. That's what that is. That's
terrible.
Karma. Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Wow. Things are rough all over, Dennis.
Yeah. That's why I say with these relationships, man, you got to be happy. So everybody be all quick to say, oh no, we should be in a relationship. We should be married. At this point in my life, I should be in a relationship. I should be married. I understand what you're saying because once you get over 35, life expectancy is 70 years. So now you're in the third quarter of life. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying. You feel as though you should be with one, in love with somebody. It don't mean it's gonna happen then.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best things I've seen in my life is that I've been to two of the craziest weddings in my life. I've been to the fastest marriage ever, and I've been to the oldest marriage ever. And this was in the same year. Fastest marriage ever and the oldest marriage ever in the same year. My aunt told me on Thursday she was getting married on Saturday. Right at the house. They were going to get married right at the house on Saturday. Fastest marriage I ever seen. Oldest marriage I ever seen. They both was in their 80s and got married. It's the oldest marriage I ever seen. And they've been through two marriages already. They was 80. Both of them was 80 plus.
Wow.
I seen women in their 40s slapping hands like, girl, we got a chance. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Jan. You had to see it. I was in there cracking up. Girl, we got a chance. We can find us a good man. She found one at 80 plus.
Wow. Wow. 80. I guess there is hope, huh?
And they known each other for like 40 plus years. It's definitely hope. There's hope out there for everybody. But I just tell people don't rush into nothing. Because you rush into it and then something happened and now you expecting them to act like this and they don't. No, y'all didn't communicate that. What's gonna happen if the bills pile up and something get cut off? What you gonna do?
Yeah. You need to talk about it.
You need to talk about it now while the bills ain't piled up.
That's right.
Because a lot of y'all got this. A lot of women I've run into got this belief that, oh, when I was by myself, I ain't had these problems, so I shouldn't have none of these problems now that I got a man. But the part you didn't include in that was when you was by yourself, your total monthly bill payment altogether was $2,000. Now that you got with this man, you want to move into this bigger house in Beverly Hills. Now your total monthly bill payment is $6,000. Those are the things you didn't put all together.
Well, what I will say is there is a point to it, though, because if two incomes should be better in the household than one.
If you got good money management.
That's why I said should. Should is the operative word.
Yes, it is.
So that's what I'm saying. So if I got married and I'm cohabitating with a guy, shoot, my station in life should be better. Because I'm not going to be with a person not working. That's for sure. So if we both working, we both got good jobs, and we both working, then the station in life should be better for both of us.
Maybe.
It should be. I mean, why wouldn't it?
Never know. You may want to move somewhere different.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe his crib is big enough. Maybe he got 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a basement, 3-car garage, and a veranda in the back, and a lanai, swimming pool. Maybe he got all that. So he just moves me right on in. to his house.
Did you hear all this stuff you just named? 3-car garage and a swimming pool? Where the hell you marrying Donald Trump?
No. Okay, let me help you. As long as we deal with each other, don't you ever bring that man's name up in my presence as an example of me marrying anybody. There's a whole lot more rich people that are really rich that you could have used. Not the fake rich, but the real rich person.
That's a lot.
I'm just saying, you were talking about moving someplace different. I'm just saying, okay, what if I moved in with him? But he's used to maintaining that. If I move in with him and I bring my income with me, we should still be in a better situation. We should.
I agree with that.
We should. You know what I mean?
I'll say he got a garage. I ain't gonna say no 3-car. I say he got a garage. I'll give you a garage in the backyard. I'll give you a garage in the backyard, 3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms.
Give him the pool. 4-bedroom.
No, I'm not giving you no pool. I don't even know 10. I don't know 10 people with a pool. Sharon, I don't know 10 people with a pool.
I don't either.
No, the hell no. You don't know 10 people. I don't know. Hell no. Ain't nobody got no pool. He get in the backyard. I'll give you a half an acre. How about that? I'll give you a half an acre.
How about a basketball goal in the back?
Okay, I'll give you that.
Can we have that?
I know more than 10 people with that.
Yeah. I don't know more than 10, but I know several people that had that.
Yeah. They got the court back there. Now they ain't got no basketball field, nothing like that. But there's a court back there.
No, I remember when my boyfriend in middle school. I remember when his father first built that. He got it built right off the driveway in the backyard with asphalt with a basketball goal. It was big enough that they played almost full court on it. It was big enough.
I know people that had basketball courts in the backyard. They had no asphalt. None of that. Mm-hmm. They had that same payment from the garage was in the backyard. That same drive-up type payment was in the backyard. That's
the concrete.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, he got asphalt. He got the black top.
Yeah,
and it's still there. Last time I went home, there it was. Still back there.
That's what's up. Definitely what's up. But for this lady, I'm not going to insist that you cheat either. Even though I used to be a serial cheater, is what I was told.
You're a reformed cheater. You're reformed.
No, I don't cheat no more. Now I'm not even in a relationship.
You're reformed.
Yeah, I've been. You know what? I've been saved. That's what I've been saved. That's what it is. So, I'm not going to insist that you cheat. If you're going to go ahead and divorce, then go ahead and divorce. Make sure you get him a nurse to help him out and everything, and send him a stripper at least once a month so he can be happy.
I ain't doing that.
You ain't gonna send him a stripper?
No, I ain't doing that. If we get a divorce, we getting a divorce. I ain't sending you no stripper. You can get your own stripper.
Ain't gonna send him a stripper?
He can get his own stripper.
How about you pay for him to get in the strip club? How about that?
I'm not paying for that. No.
You want to pay for him to get in the strip club?
No. He can pay for that himself. You don't need my money.
I didn't think you had to pay the ones. I'm just saying pay for him to get in.
No, he doesn't need my money to get in. He got his own money. What I look like? I ain't been sending him no stripper or to the strip club. No.
That's 29 years, Shan.
And?
Well, you cold-hearted like a mother. Cold. You cold. Man. You was cold. You cold night.
No, I'm not. Listen. I'm pretending like I'm her in this letter. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And in reading the story the way that you just said it, Oh no, I ain't sending him to no strip club. I ain't paying for no. That'd be for the next woman he get. His next nurse, his next nursemaid. Let her wait on him hand and foot. Let her bring him the stripper. Let her do it. I'm going on over here. See?
Okay. I'll get the divorce then.
Peace.
I say send like that. I say send him a strip. Send him a strip.
No. But that's typical you. You got strippers on.
You know what? Brain. You're right. I'll send him a stripper. You know what? I'm his homie. I'll send him a stripper. You're absolutely right.
That's what you would do. You always got strippers on your brain anyway.
Strippers. Everybody loves the strippers. Everybody loves strippers.
I don't.
Man, I love them strippers.
I don't. I told you about my one time in the strip club. I will never forget that experience. And I still, when I think about it now, I'm like, ew.
Was it a nice place?
Nice place.
It was a nice place. Did they have food there?
I'm sure they did, but I didn't get any. I wasn't trying to.
I feel you. Like Chris Rock said, titties and tater tots don't go together.
Lord have mercy. I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, that's like his first special. Oh, second.
I don't remember that. That's not the one where he was talking about the clear heels, is it?
Yeah, that is that one.
That is the same one? Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't remember that line, but I sure remember them clear heels.
Honestly, that's what came with the clear heels. He said over there eating in a strip club, titties and tater tots don't go together.
I don't remember that part, but I remember them clear heels because every time I would look at people with their daughters, and if they let them daughters get some clear heels, I used to say something, be like, why? No, stripper shoes. She's too young for some clear heels. No. That's where I was getting it from, Chris Rock. Yeah.
You said you go take that home to your wife. Baby, look what I got you, some clear heels. Like, put that dirty shit in the trash. And go ahead and wash your hands, get ready for dinner.
Yeah, I remember
clear heels.
I remember him talking about how women always got a dick in the freezer. I used that expression for years. Break glass in case of an emergency. That's what he said. Pull it out the freezer, break it.
All right. Do we got one more letter?
Oh, yeah.
Your letter.
All right now. Dear Side Jawn. Oh, this one's shorter. Me and my best friend have been friends since we were kids. We grew up together, went to college together, pledged a fraternity together. We used to double date a lot, so our girlfriends always knew each other. Last summer, I broke up with a girl I thought was the one. Turns out, she said she wanted an alternative lifestyle. Threesomes with 2 men and her. I was not with that, so she left me. About 3 months later, my best friend started acting a little distant. After many times of him ghosting me, finally I asked him what was up. That's when he told me he had been sleeping with my ex, with her and her new boyfriend. Whoa.
No Diddy.
Stop. I was pissed. He broke the code. He kept saying it's no big deal and just sex. I said, nah, man, that's foul. I haven't spoken to him in about 6 months now. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I'll tell you, you're not wrong. First of all, your ex-girl is a cold whore. All right. There's no such thing as a threesome with 2 guys. You have had a train ran on you. All right. That's hood rules. Don't knock me for it. You check your neighborhood. There's not women out there that just say they want 2 dicks in them. All right, they just don't wake up and just say I want 2 dicks in me. I want to put one in my mouth and one in the back at the same time. Just look good. You ain't getting that many women that's gonna say you can't sit there and name 10 women that's gonna say that at one time. I'm just here to tell you, those are cold whores. Say what you want. That is what it is.
I'm not saying nothing because I know nothing about them hood rules. So
right, there's no such thing as a threesome. She's a cool whore. Rule number 2: your homie is not your homie. All right, probably been fucking your girls behind your back for a while. Just want to let you know that. I've never, none of my homies, all of them, you can meet them. I've never slept with none of my homies' girls. I've never thought about sleeping with none of my homies' girls. Why? Because I don't want them problems. And I'm not talking about the problems from my homies. Let me get this out of the way. I'm not talking about the problems from my homies. I'm talking about the problems from their girls. I don't want them problems. What makes you think that if you sleep with somebody else's girl, oh yeah, she was bad for you, but she gonna be all right for me? No, it's the same girl.
Women think that way.
Nah, they do. I've been one of the ones
that way. I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Women getting pissed off because she's with the dude that she was with a long time ago, and she mad and blah 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 blah, and then she mad because it's working out with him and this other girl or whatever.
Stupid. And well, then as us, when we say, "Oh, that's because you can't get over him." Oh no, I've been over him. I don't even know why you say. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You ain't talking about Little Stroke Johnny down the street. Little Stroke Johnny been trying to get with you for a while. You don't say nothing about him.
Well,
the ones that didn't do you good, you don't say nothing about them. Well, but the ones that you actually love, oh yeah.
But this is is foul. I'm sorry. He said, "Am I wrong?" No, hell no, you ain't wrong.
Yeah.
But see, where you talking about hood, where I'm from, best friend would have got shot down at the barbershop. That's where I'm from. That's how that goes down. You want this what you doing now? Oh, okay. I got something for you. I'll be back. I've seen this before, honey. It wasn't quite the same situation, but I believe I said to you one time, told you the story one time on this show about how dude walked out the barbershop, went to his trunk, got a gun, and shot the bitch right there in the parking lot of the barbershop.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that, but I understand.
Because he was
I understand because that's the way you be feeling, but it's not worth it.
No, I don't condone it. I don't condone it. But I
mean, on all ends, there's enough love out there that you can get from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. There's somebody out there for everybody.
There's not no need for you to be sitting there like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go mess with such and such girl. No, I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, my homies, my true homies. Now, somebody I met, we had a conversation or something like that, and he had a girl from back '97, and I see her now in 2021. You know what I mean? And then we got together in 2024. Oh, you know, I used to date Derek in '97. I didn't know Derek in '97. I just met Derek 2 weeks ago. Me and Derek has been on. Nothing about Derek. It ain't my homie. I'll make sure I get that out the way.
Let me ask you this question, Dennis. So is there ever a time when dating a woman that one of your friends dated years ago is acceptable?
That one of my close homies dated years ago? No.
Yeah. Years ago.
No.
Is there like a time limit?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. No.
What if you met this chick and you really like her and y'all going out, and then in the process of conversation you learn that this is one of your homie's ex-girlfriends from back in the day. You didn't know her, you never knew about her. But now you like her. Now you like her. Yeah, and you like her, but now you find out. What you gonna do?
I would
All of
have
a
to tell
sudden,
him.
you gonna say, "Oh well, no, we cut off." You gonna do that?
I would have to tell him. And if he say, no, that was my girl, and it's over. But I definitely would have to tell him. Now, if she never tells me, let's get that out of the way. Let me get that part out of the way too. There's a lot of untold stories, I would say. That's what I'm gonna call it. Untold story. I ain't gonna say lies, I'm gonna say untold stories. If she never tells me, and he never tells me, how was I supposed to know?
Well, you not.
Because I know that might happen too.
But
You know, it might be
let's
somebody
flip
they
it
dated.
around.
Because
Let's flip it around. Let's say the girl was your ex, and one of your friends come up to you one day and say, "Yo, Dan, do you know Roberta? Roberta, whatever? Yeah, I used to
Roberta
date
the
her.
real.
Who you used to date? Well, that's the Roberta I'm seeing now. I didn't know that this was the same Roberta. Are you okay with that? What would you say?
No, I probably wouldn't be okay.
Really? I wouldn't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me tell you about Sharon. There's a code that you don't break with women. Okay, I feel that this is how Sharon feels. When I look at men that I know used to mess around with somebody in my circle, I can't even look at them in that romantic kind of way. It just doesn't happen with me naturally. I don't care how fine they are. If I know that this is somebody I'm close to X, I can't look at them in that way. Period. Okay? Let's get that out of the way first. Second of all, if I'm in this predicament and I'm sitting up here chilling and my friend comes up to me and says, "Look, guess who I met? Guess who I told you I've been seeing somebody named Derek, right? I'm gonna use your name, Derek, right? Yeah. He said he know you. He said that y'all used to date. Derek Brown? Yes, Derek Brown. That's who I'm seeing. I'll be like, oh, are you okay with that? Yeah, go ahead, honey. I'm good. That was years ago. I don't care. I don't care. But if you dating my baby daddy, oh, that would be a problem. That would be a problem for me. Even though we're not together, and I don't know, it would feel wrong to me. I couldn't deal with that. I'd be like, no, that's too close. You don't do that. You don't mess with the baby's father and mama. You don't do that.
I've actually seen a situation where the baby father ended up marrying the girlfriend. Man.
I'm not surprised to hear you say that, given the people you tell me that be talking to you and telling you stuff. I'm not surprised.
Honestly, they don't always, Sharon, they don't always talk to me. All right, let me get that out the way. I'll bump into a situation sometimes and be like,
how you bump into a situation? What the hell you mean by that?
Ain't that? Hold up, dog. Hold up, dog. Ain't nobody else see this? Like, is that? Yeah, that's her and them. They got married. They got married, but ain't that? Yeah. They all playing cards together too, Sharon. You know, they all playing cards together. All of them. Look at me when I say this. All of them. Okay. Playing cards. Eating chicken. Enjoying themselves. I'm shocked. Somebody might need to call the police. This don't look good.
Well, people are different. If it was just some random dude, I don't care. But like the ones I was engaged to in the past, no, you can't mess with them. No.
So only serious relationships on.
That's right.
No, okay. It's crazy. Me and my homies never even had a conversation about this. We just know.
You don't.
Like
It's just the code.
This has
Code.
never been like yo man, listen. I was with Sharon, so none of y'all supposed to be with Sharon. That's not even a conversation with us.
No. That ain't how it works. Codes don't have to be discussed. Codes are understood. You don't have to have a discussion about it.
That's crazy. I see dudes be. It's crazy nowadays because you know what I don't listen to? When I hear a girl, when I hear women out here saying, "Oh, that's just my bro right there." When I hear that, I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe it.
What do you believe
Sharon, I'm telling you right now.
What do you believe it is?
They fucking.
But Dennis, see, that's not fair because I've told
It,
ever since
it's not.
no, it's not because
It's not.
I told you ever since I met you, I have more male friends than I do females. They all like brothers to me. I talk to them often, and ain't nothing going down physically between us. Not one thing ever. Never even almost.
But you don't say that's my bro.
I do say that's my bro.
No, you might say that's my brother. See, you don't say that's my bro.
Bro, bruh, brother, dude, boy, all of it. I say all of it at various times, but no, ain't nothing going down with us. No.
And they be a little bit too extra and everything, man. I be sitting there, and it's crazy because it be so many different situations. There's so many different situations happening like this. It was like, oh no, they just real tight. They like brother and sister. That'd be the summertime. Summertime they chilling. They on the porch all the time. Wintertime come, she pregnant. By who? Her bro. Get the fuck.
Like I said, I don't know where you get these females that you talk to or deal with or know, but honey, you around the wrong type of chicks.
No, man, I pissed a couple of them.
That be giving you that bad advice.
let me tell you, we was having it was a conversation that came up. I'm not gonna say who the ladies was, but it was a conversation that came up, and they was like stuff that'll turn you off on a date, right? And three girls together said this, okay? They said, when he say I left my wallet at home. So immediately, you know me. What dude y'all let say I left my wallet at home and y'all still gave him some buns?
Gave him some what?
Some buns. Some sex. So I asked the question now they mad at me. They like, damn, we ain't let nobody get no sex and say there ain't nobody ever leave their wallet home. I said, come on, dog. Y'all said this in unisex like y'all was Destiny's Child. When they say they left their wallet at home. Y'all said it just in unisex. Come on, dog. What dude y'all let get some buns that left their wallet at home?
Wow.
I said, just tell me the story. I just want to hear the story. I want to know how these young bulls getting y'all.
And they didn't tell you, did they?
They was mad. They was mad at me the whole night. They was like, that's some stuff you do, Dan. I was like, no, I've never done it. I pay for all my dates. I've never done that. I'm never going Dutch. And I'm never not paying for a date. Unless one of my girls took me out. That was it. And they didn't want me to pay. But other than that, I'm never not paying for a date.
Well, you gotta talk to your male friends because I bet you they've been out and not paid for dates. You know how these
I know some guys,
newfangled men.
I know some guys that refuse to pay full price on the first date.
That's just stupid. I'm sorry.
I'm just telling you. I know some guys that refuse to pay full price. I know them. Now I ain't saying I'm close homies.
Bring them on the show. Bring them on the show.
You said bring them on the show.
Bring them on the show.
Come on the show. If they want to come on the show, I'll bring them on the show.
Yeah, bring them on the show.
A lot of people not willing. A lot of people are not willing to come on the show.
Why?
I realize that too.
They scared
it ain't you. They scared of the show.
Why?
See, a lot of them are scared that I got a couple of homies that won't even be on social media.
Well, I know one of them.
Like I said, now you understand where I'm coming from with these things. You see what I mean? I ain't just making this stuff up. They won't even be on social media.
No, you're not. But anyway, tell your friend, tell him come on the show. we'll leave his face off. Like, right? He'll be in here on audio only.
As a matter of fact, let me say that to let's say that to a couple people. Listen, if you're scared to come on the show, we'll have you on audio only. That's and right. Have you come on the show, we'll ask you questions. And we won't even say your real name.
Nope.
But we got to hear your side of the story.
We're going to call you Francis. That's going to be your name, Francis.
Cisco. Call you Cisco.
Cisco. Cisco.
Oh, man.
Francis.
That's Cisco. To the ladies, too. I don't want just the fellas to be out there. The ladies, too.
Oh, we're going to call her her name going to be Turquoise. So we're going to have Turquoise on here, too.
We can't call it that. No,
yes, we can. Turquoise. No. That's her name.
I'm going to call her Blue.
No, that's my favorite color. Don't do that. Don't
call her green.
My blue.
Wait a minute. So you just saying she gonna
tarnish my blue?
Sharon, right. You ain't right, Sharon. You just gonna say she gonna tarnish your blue?
Be tarnishing my blue. I love me some blue. Man. Yeah. Hey, have you ever watched Karamo?
No.
Do you know who Karamo is?
No.
Karamo is a host. I don't know how many years this man actually has had this podcast or show or whatever you want to call it, but it's a relationship type of show where he has them come out and sit on the couch, and there's some controversy between the two, and he tries to help them work their issues out. And it's called Karamo, Karamo. And I started watching it about 2 months ago or so. I just ran across one of them one time, so I started watching them. We're going to have to start having some clips from Karamo up in here and have some conversations, because he has some doozies on his show. Like the last one that I just saw, this chick brought this man and his wife on the show to confront them because she said that he was her baby daddy. And he's a local rapper in their town, right? And so she said, I know he my baby daddy, blah, 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 blah. She was all of this. This her. This her. I'm just saying. She, this is her. Okay. He comes on with the wife. First, the wife comes on. She's like, this girl crazy. She has no, I have no idea where she's getting this from, blah, 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 blah. Then he comes out. And at first, it seems like she's the one that you would believe, right? But he comes out and sits down, and he just starts poking holes all in her story. Like, ain't no way I'm the baby daddy, because I wasn't even there at that time that you would have conceived, and blah, 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 blah. She's like, nah, yes, you were. That's her. They did a DNA test, came back, he's not the father. Do you know that chick sat on that couch and said, no, that ain't real. I want a blood test, because that's not real, because the person that did that DNA test is his cousin. Oh my God. Everybody just
I've heard that.
I've heard that before too. So after he let her go, he said she obviously has some mental health issues. That's what it is. She's obsessed with this dude who's a rapper, right? And so her obsession is what's driving all this. She's really crazy. I mean, she created a whole scenario on why that DNA test was bogus on the spot. And that's what Karamo said. He sounds like like maybe he has a degree in psychology or something. I don't know if he really does or if he's some certified therapist or whatever, but the terminology that he uses on this show, I don't know. It's just quite interesting. I'm getting a lot of ideas from watching this show. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, well, I ain't see nothing I like on it.
Well, you need to check it out. Karamo. Kara.
I'll watch it. Send me the clip. Send me the clip. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm
But
telling you, it's yeah. I went
and
to
he might end up taking over for Maury Povich since Maury Povich retired.
He might, because he has the DNA on there a lot of the times, and he does bring people in like from like fraternity court, like people who's 20 and 30 years old want to know if this is my father type of thing. He does a lot of that. Yeah, he had these two friends on there the other day that fell out over karaoke. Did you hear me? Over karaoke.
Me and Zara.
And these were two men. They were two men. Two men.
Me and Zara argue over karaoke. He swear he a better singer than me.
Oh, well, shout out to King Czar. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to his son. Shout out to his son CJ, man. That boy balling. Have you ever checked out some of them videos? His son can ball.
I watch all of them.
Yeah,
I watch all of them.
He can ball. He can really ball like he a beast. Like if he keeps up his training, he going somewhere with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But anyway, you got any more letters? I don't have any more letters.
No, that's the last of the letters. And all we preach here is happiness. Just want to let y'all know that.
We just here to help.
Everybody to be happy. Yes, we're just here to help, and we just want everybody to be happy. Because being happy, a lot of people not happy out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I had to learn. A lot of people ain't happy. I used to laugh at that when I used to hear T.I. say that. I just got one question for you. Is you happy? I used to laugh at that, but I realized a lot of people in unhappy relationships. They're unhappy with the way that their lifestyle is. They're unhappy with their jobs. They're unhappy, with the money that they get. There's a lot of unhappiness going on out there. That's why I say do what you gotta do to be happy. I ain't telling you to take no drugs and nothing like that, but just regular happiness. If you need to go see somebody, go see somebody. We're talking about regular happiness. I ain't telling you to take no drugs. I ain't telling you to go get, none of that. Only time I'm telling you to go take the drugs is go see a doctor.
Let me ask you this. Did T.I. and Tiny get back together?
They look like they still together to me. I ain't see them break up.
Yeah, they had broke up for a minute.
Oh yeah, they did have filed a divorce, and then they got back together.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because here lately, every time I turn around, I'm seeing them together on a video walking in some place or whatever.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I don't do the celebrity thing. I'm not one of those people who try to keep up on the celebrities like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at you for that, because the way they doing this one celebrity nowadays, boy, who ain't got no convictions, is really crazy.
Who you talking about, P. Diddy?
Yeah.
This whole story to me is wild. But okay, I know I'm getting off on a tangent, but I've been meaning to ask you about this. What you think about this Jaguar Wright?
I've been hearing about Jaguar Wright situation since 2020. Eric Winters. You remember Eric Winters? Eric Winters told me to listen to the Jaguar Wright story. So I've listened to it way back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, at the end of the day, it's her story, how she felt. I was still trying to figure out why she wasn't with the Roots. I was still trying to figure that part out, because she was with the Roots at one point.
Well, let me tell you how I feel about it. I don't know, but this is not about her story. This is about how she's always on YouTube making these videos trashing Diddy all the time. And she's been doing this for a while. This didn't just start. And I told you, and this is why I know this, and I know that, and I know that, telling what she know. Why is it that people think now that they got to go out here and publicly tell all they know? We're going to have to do a whole show on that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a whole show on that.
Well, a lot of people out there looking for some attention. Like I said, a lot of people,
it just makes me sick. It just makes me sick. That's the reason why anymore. Let me tell you, I'm teaching my son and my grandson. Keep it to yourself. That's how I'm gonna raise him. If you don't want anybody to know, don't tell a soul. Not a soul. Not one. Not even your best friend. Don't tell them, because as soon as they fall out, they're gonna be on YouTube telling all your business.
Man.
Don't do it. That's how I'm raising them. Don't tell nobody. If you want to go do a hold up, do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You want to sling drug, do it by yourself. You want to get with underage girl, do it by yourself. If you're going to do it by yourself. Anything illegal, do it by yourself. I don't want to know about it. Don't tell me. Don't tell your daddy. Don't tell your friends. Nothing. Because people just they're just not keeping anything. Nobody's loyal, and nobody has discretion, and nobody knows how to keep their mouth shut. And they should. Because I don't want to hear all that. I really don't. Entertainers and famous people, they're famous people to me. That's what they are. They're not my cousin. They're not my uncle, my auntie, grandfather. They're not that. I don't care what's going on in their life behind closed doors. I don't care what they're doing. And if it's something illegal, that's for the prosecutors and the law enforcement. That's for them to worry about. I don't need to know about it. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't.
I feel you on that, Shannon. I definitely feel you on that one.
I like his music. I like what he's done. I like it. I like his sound. It's the same thing with R. Kelly. I still listen to R. Kelly music. I think what he did was horrendous. What he's done and what he's convicted of is horrendous, and he's right where he needs to be. But his catalog is his catalog. And if he makes more music from prison, people gonna buy it. It's just that simple. People are going to buy it.
I agree with you.
But anyway,
as a matter of fact, he got a new album coming out from prison. I think the album is called "I Admit It."
Nah. What's up with this beef?
No.
We'll talk about
Sharon, that. This is when I realized. This is when I realized I was too old with this rap beef. Right? It's like, did you hear what Kendrick Lamar said? So I went back and I listened to it, and I was like, I didn't hear nobody's name. Did you hear anybody's name? I didn't hear nobody. So I listened again. I was like,
it's subliminal.
After Big Three, it's just Big Me.
The words just don't do it for me.
I looked around. I said, "Yeah."
And then he had to throw the transgender word in there. You know that's a hot button topic now. Why would you put that even in there? Because you know somebody's going to see the word is in there and automatically assume you're being that you putting them down or trying to degrade them in some way.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even put that word in there. Period.
But I did say this though before I listened to it. They was like, well, Kendrick Lamar got a verse. He going at Drake and J. Cole. I said, oh yeah, he must got an album coming out. Because that's what the aftermath rappers do.
But I don't understand what's the beef? Why are they beefing? They should have no beef with each other.
I think it was just a competition thing. Like, no need for me
that
to
ain't
be
beef.
with
Beef is competition. Is competition, but that's not beef. They're beefing. They just all of it. I mean, this is I don't know about you, but to me, this is just like out of left field. Like all of a sudden, boom, here's a beef. Like there's no build up.
No.
That's why I think it's fabricated. I don't think it's a real beef.
Yeah, so like I said with that, I think it's more of a competition thing. I don't think it's like a real beef. Like I hate you, you hate me. I think it's more so I'm better, and I'm gonna show you I'm better. And I don't need to be with you three. I'm better. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's none of that. That's all.
Well, I love Kendrick Lamar. I love J. Cole.
I like Drake too.
Yeah, I like Drake. Drake got a lot of songs, man. He has a large catalog.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of hits. He has a lot of hits, like hits that everybody like.
I agree.
So, J. Cole is about 20 minutes from my house on a regular because he's from here.
Right.
He just had Dreamville last week. So I think he's still here. I don't know.
Okay. That's cool.
And I like him. I like him. But none of these rappers are any better than the old school rappers of the 90s anyway. So I don't pay too much attention to them, especially to their lyrics.
Okay. All right, so now we got to wrap this thing up. You got any final words?
Yes. If you don't want everybody to know, don't tell nobody. Because nobody's loyal anymore. Everything is getting put on social media. It's just crazy. So just keep it to yourself. That's what I recommend. If you don't want nobody to know.
And I'm going to say stay happy, stay blessed up, happy WrestleMania weekend, and enjoy yourself.